What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dawg House Podcast. This is episode 30.
31.
31. Holy shit, episode 31. We're just under a week away from ADCC. And currently, I believe the bracket reveals for CJI is going on right now.
Oh, God.
So this is going to be we'll go over what's released as of right now. I'm just looking at I don't want to watch it live, but I do want to just go over what's been posted as of right now. Oh, wow. Okay, so for the under 80 kilogram division, Ty Vertolo is facing Jason Knopf. Wow.
That is...
I mean, I feel like all of the matchups are going to be like this.
It makes sense, but that's a rough draw for Knopf. It was kind of like his first pro debut, I guess. Not saying he can't get it done.
So he can have a great showing.
I'm just saying, yeah, that's going to be...
Have a great showing.
How do you think that match goes?
I mean, I would assume the favorite to win is Ty Vertolo.
Yeah.
But Jason Knopf is a fucking dog.
He is a dog.
And we don't know anything about how much he's been training jiu-jitsu specifically.
I think he's been training with Isaac a lot.
He's been training
over
with Isaac.
at Penn
Isaac's
State.
very talented. Isaac's a fucking brick wall of a man. So I'm assuming he's been getting very high level training.
Mm-hmm.
We will see.
That's interesting.
We'll
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's also actually, I don't know if the Rotolo brothers are when they compete in one. What are the style of the matches? Is it just 10-minute sub only?
I think it's 8 or 10 minute sub only.
Okay, well this is different style then. This will be similar
points.
to this is 3 5-minute rounds. So
Oh yeah, this is CGI. There are no points.
3 5-minute rounds, no points.
Interesting.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna be fucking sick. I'm assuming Ty's gonna stand with him.
It's Ty, not
Ty,
Cade.
not
Ty.
Cade.
Okay.
Yeah. That's for the first match for under 80. Plus 80, William Tackett versus Joao Rocha. I don't know who Joao Rocha is.
Tackett got a high seed in that bracket, surprisingly.
Tack's a fucking dog.
Dude, they gave him...
He's good.
They gave him I think they gave him
My
the 3.
foot still hurts.
They gave him the 3 seed, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's...
It's for the over 80 as well.
That's for the big boys, too.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who this guy is, but I'm assuming it's going to be a good fucking match. Yeah, that's the thing. Tackett got the 3. William Tackett got the 3 seed. I wonder what his brother got. Next is Craig Krugveld.
Oh, the Penn State wrestler.
Yep, Penn State wrestler versus Philippe Andrew facing off. Philippe Andrew sounds familiar. Still don't know him. And I feel like...
is there a picture of him? Philippe. Okay, I know him. I've seen him.
It's really a toss-up with the wrestlers because we don't know what their abilities are.
Because they're so good at wrestling. Once you get so good at wrestling to a point, as long as you know how to stay out of danger, you can beat a lot of people who are better than you.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these people like Knopf and... Oh, was it Craig? Is that his name? Greg? Greg. They could beat a lot of these people. Doesn't mean they're better jiu-jitsu athletes. They're just... Wrestlers are just good at winning matches,
Yeah. I'm assuming they're going to be fucking smart and tactical about
but very
stuff
tactical.
They're doing as well.
Very tactical.
I don't know how... I feel like...
The only bad thing, though, it's easier to be tactical for wrestlers in the ADCC rule set, where CGI, it's decision. So they're going to... I would assume they're going to favor more of the jiu-jitsu-y style rather than the tactic wrestler of staying out of leg locks, trying to get a pass. I would assume they'd award submission attempts more, stuff like that. But we'll see. Yeah.
Between these two, this match and then the Jason Knopf versus Ty Vertolo, I would assume Jason would have more success against Ty than this guy against Philippe Andrew. Yeah.
What makes you say that?
like I said, I feel like I don't know the training that Greg has been having for jiu-jitsu specific. And Ty will stand up with Jason.
Not very long.
But he's
I think he'll get taken down.
For sure. But he's gonna stand and like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Jason's gonna have a chance to implement his wrestling as opposed to. Okay. I've never seen this guy compete. I don't know what he does.
He's wearing the gi in that picture, so I'm assuming he's going to pull some guard.
Right? He's going to pull guard, look to wrestle up or tangle legs. So I'm assuming, stylistically at least, Jason will have possibly a better go at it as compared to this match. But,
I can see that, yeah.
Next is two guys that I have no clue who either.
Let me see in the over or under.
This is in the over. I've never seen either of these guys.
No, he's got a big neck though.
Thick old neck, yeah. Ignacio Santos and Pedro Alex. No clue who these are. So I've got nothing to say. Victor Hugo versus Lucas Kennard.
You see, they gave Victor the 2 seed and Nicky Rod the 1 seed.
I did not notice that. I would assume they would both be highly seeded. So
it was going to be one of those 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are going to. I'm going to play devil's advocate here. There's going to be a bunch of people in the comments going, "Well, Victor Hugo just beat Nicky Rod in the last match. Why isn't he number 1 seed?"
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's a toss up. I don't really know Victor Hugo's accolades, so
I'm saying when I saw that seed draw, I assumed it's because Nicky Rod has multiple ADCC medals. I don't think Victor does. I think he has 1, maybe.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I'm really not sure. He's also been competing in the gi and shit, so definitely a lot more accomplished in that, like IBJJF scene and whatnot. But regardless, Victor Hugo versus Lucas Kennard. I'm assuming Victor's gonna win this because
Victor looked really, really good at his last match at Who's Number 1.
He's fucking good.
Dude, he's good.
He's
man.
good.
People forget how good. Like
he's a big man, and he can move like a small man. Maybe not like It's not that he's not athletic, but he's got like a small man's jiu-jitsu game almost.
Yeah, he does.
He's just talented. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. He seems like a good guy too.
Yeah.
When I've heard him talk and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, cool guy. I'm assuming that's Victor's gonna win. Next up, this one's interesting. Luke Rockhold versus Pat Downey.
Oh wow, that's
interesting. That's gonna be chirping.
That's gonna be a match to watch, guys. Yeah. Honestly, Pat Downey versus Luke Rock. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna be
all over the place.
Yeah, yep.
Interesting.
They're gonna be wrestling.
I heard Luke Rockhold is a big dark horse though when it comes to like jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, they say he's really good.
He's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the guy. The dude is a model, jiu-jitsu athlete, surfer, all in one, dude.
Does it all. Does it all. Yeah, that's gonna be a match to watch for sure. Next up, Adam Bradley versus Kyle Bain. I'm assuming.
Didn't Adam beat him recently in the most recent trials? I think he did.
I don't know.
Either way, it should be a good matchup.
Yeah, good matchup for sure. I'm going with Adam Bradley on this one.
Did you went against Adam Bradley in your first trials run?
I beat him
at 77,
688.
That was at 88.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like he's freaking huge now.
Yeah, he got big.
He's
after that.
Big, dude.
After that trials, he blew.
He looks way bigger than you were.
He's way bigger. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah, he came in and trained with us a little bit after, got some rounds in, and then he went away for a bit, went back home, came back a few months later, and he's just like
he's like thick all around now.
Oh,
yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, big boy now. I think he's gonna be able to fucking beat Kyle. I'd say pretty handedly. I don't think Kyle has a very good style for CJI.
Me neither.
So I think
Kyle was in the room not too long ago. Actually,
Kyle's what?
Kyle Bain was in the room not too long ago.
Oh, that's right.
It was leading up to West Coast Trials. He was in there.
Yeah, I didn't get to train with him or anything.
Yeah.
I wonder how that would go.
He'd fuck you up. It'd be pretty bad.
Next up, Owen Livesley versus Muhammad Ali.
Oh yeah, I forgot Muhammad's in there.
Muhammad Ali, Owen Livesley. Both these boys stand. Both these boys, they do both do judo, right? Does Muhammad Ali do judo or no?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Am I tripping?
The only time I've seen Muhammad Ali compete is the match with Nicky Rod.
Yeah,
his first ADCC run.
Same. Yeah, I think that could be a factor as well. It tends to be an issue with a lot of the fucking ADCC guys as well. You see, like the older guys, they only compete in ADCC, and then like people like Mateus Denise. When was the last time you seen him compete outside of ADCC?
They don't compete until ADCC.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
How you making money, dog? I need to compete to fucking eat. Yeah, I don't know how these guys are doing it. Regardless, man, it's tough to say. I would assume Muhammad Ali has more jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But I don't fucking know.
That's a tough one.
What do you think about this?
Let me see the faces. Once I see the faces,
Look how thick their necks are.
I'm going to go Muhammad Ali.
Next up, Nicky Rod versus Max Jimenez.
Let me see. I'm going to go with Max on this one.
Yeah, I mean, never really overlook anyone, obviously. But
now when there's $1 million on the line, dude, they're all coming for for the win.
Bro, you got $1 million. You're like, oh, you win this match, you get $1 million. You gonna let your foot get broken?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$1 million to pay for that surgery.
Yeah. I'll let my foot get broken for nothing at all.
Yeah. 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 My foot's broken right now. Fuck. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go with the favorite, Nicky Rod here.
Yeah.
I would say not very biased at all. Pure just okay. More releases are out now.
We
have Roberto Jimenez versus Levi Jones Leary.
Oh, that's gonna be very interesting.
That's a very good matchup. Wow, I'm excited.
They're both
to see that.
really high level back takers.
Fuck yeah,
damn.
Very high level guys.
Wow, that's gonna be a good match.
Wow, man, I don't know with this one.
I'm gonna have to say Roberto.
I would say but Roberto's a little bit bigger.
He is.
He's a bit like big. He's gained some weight recently.
But Levi's tricky.
It's tricky, but fuck, man. I feel like they're both like very high level, but it's a matter of
it's a good style.
Extra weight makes a difference.
It does.
You know,
especially in 15-minute match.
Yeah, for sure. Also, yeah, Roberto's got a fucking gas tank too, dude.
Yeah.
Next up, oh
god,
Kenta Iwamoto versus Lucas Barbosa.
Oh damn,
dude, I can see Kenta fucking this guy up.
Really,
bro? Kenta's good as fuck.
Yeah, he is good.
I scrap with Kenta pretty much every day.
Yeah, he is.
Leading up to this camp, and fuck, man, we're scrapping today. Today was high heart rate. He fucking me up.
He's very what's the word? Like
deceiving.
Deceiving.
Yeah.
Yes, he's very deceiving.
Yeah.
Even when he rolls.
Yeah,
like you're rolling, like he moves as if he doesn't have anything, and then he just has it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not like when you see an opportunity for an armbar, you're like, oh, poof. Yeah. He's just kind of like, and he's just there, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? Like, how am I here?
Yeah,
it's very style like that.
Yeah.
But it depends what Lucas Barbosa shows up. If the freaking Hulk shows up and that dude's hitting 200 pounds, like, bro.
That's fair as well. But what's 80 kg? Because 77
it's 180 something.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is. It's probably like...
Because 77
might be right on 180.
180, yeah.
Because 77 is 169. 77 is... 80 kg is
176?
176.
Damn, I thought it was bigger.
That's... So, he's got a cut.
I was going to say, Lucas would be... I mean, you see his match against Gordon? He took Gordon in overtime.
When was this?
ADCC trials. I mean ADCC not last ADCC, but the one before that, when he was like freaking juiced up to the gills, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's good, but I mean, and then last ADCC,
Kenta, I think, is a way better jiu-jitsu.
Didn't he lose to? He lost to Wagner Rocha. Lucas Barbosa lost to Wagner Rocha, right?
Wagner's good.
Last ADCC.
Wagner beat Isaac. So, dude, it's just crazy. They're all, it just goes either way.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
Kenta is the way better jiu-jitsu
absolutely.
person in that match. It's just
Absolutely.
how big is Barbosa going to be?
He's gonna have to cut weight, so he's gonna be fucked up.
True.
He's not gonna be as juicy as he could be. And Kenta's a fucking dog. Kenta's got a gas tank. Kenta's very hard to submit because his limbs are this fucking long.
He's well rounded too.
He's a dog, yeah. Super well rounded. Super well rounded. Dangerous from fucking everywhere. I mean, Kenta fought JT. Almost beat JT.
Took JT in overtime.
Are we forgetting this?
Yeah.
This was last
Took
ADCC.
JT in overtime. And Kenta's won Asian trials 3 times in a row.
That's fucking crazy.
Beating Joseph, one of those.
That's crazy.
I mean, I'm telling you, people don't give him credit.
Yeah, Kenta is fucking overlooked.
Yes.
Kenta wins this.
And then his match against Mika, until he got submitted in the last 2 minutes, like, wait, he took Mika down like 5 times, 6 times.
I don't remember.
He was like taking him down like quite a bit. Like, we'll see. That's interesting.
Yeah. Next up.
Yep.
Next up, JoJo.
Oh boy.
JoJo takes on Andy Varela.
What?
They got a rematch.
They're gonna do that match again.
They got a rematch.
First round.
That's sick. Fuck. Okay.
That'll be interesting. Did you see their last match live?
I didn't see it live. I saw the highlight. It was pretty much just like a sweep at the end, right?
It was. Yeah, it was very competitive all the way until the very end.
Okay.
Was
JoJo standing?
Yes, they were both. JoJo couldn't take him down. Andy couldn't take him down. But then eventually they both had one takedown on each other. So Andy took JoJo down, got on top. Joe took him down, got on top, and then in overtime there was like a get down rule or something where JoJo got to start like kind of here, and they played there, swept them for points in overtime, and just stayed on top.
Yeah.
So it was a competitive.
I think that shit's retarded. The get down rule. That's stupid.
It was competitive, but like, JoJo is so good that he kind of, no matter how close a match is, he always has the ability to, no matter who it is or if it's a rematch, like could go really fast or not, or good submission. Oh boy. Don't say it.
Cade Rutolo versus Mateus Diniz.
Cade wins.
First round. That's crazy. 2 ADCC gold medalists fighting in the first round.
Dude, did you see Mateus Diniz's last match?
No.
It was like a year ago.
Was it with Giancarlo?
Who was it with? I'm not sure, but he looked bad.
In ADCC?
No. It was on like some Who's Number One or like Fight to Win or something.
I didn't see it. I didn't.
Dude, he looked so bad.
Really?
Yeah, even the commentators were like, did he take this match seriously? Like,
oh wow.
You can tell he just wasn't in shape. Like, did not look like the Mateus Diniz ADCC.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when he was winning, he's 2-time, right? Or no?
2 times beating Craig, one of those.
Yeah, that was before my time, so I never really got to see him compete.
He was apparently the guy for a while.
Yeah, I mean, if you're fucking you are the guy.
2-time back to back, like dude, shit.
Fucking A, man. But yeah, Cade Rutolo versus Mateus Diniz. I'm gonna go with Cade.
Yeah.
I mean, Cade's just very good at taking the match.
He's in his prime.
Controlling the pace of the match and like dictating where it goes and stuff. He's very, very good at that.
Dude competes on one every month.
Oh, yeah.
He competes always every month, always
doing something. It's hard to do that shit. Dude, competing, I feel I've competed back to back to back. Like, there's been, since the start of this year, it's been very rare for me to be like, have downtime and not be in a camp.
Mm-hmm.
Like I fought Mika, I fought Tynan, 2 ADCC trials, fucking UFC Fight Pass.
I'm gonna say
twice.
Gracie.
Jonathan Alves.
Yeah.
There's always fucking something. Was it Mika?
Mika. That was like the start of your most. Yeah.
I've been feeling it. Next up we got Oh
God.
Okay. We'll talk about that later. We got
what? No, don't skip it.
We got Renato Canuto versus Tommy Langacker. You don't remember these guys?
I know Tommy Langacker. Oh yeah, so got beat Nikki.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
this is interesting.
That is interesting. That's a good matchup.
Clash of styles. Assuming Tommy's gonna pull.
Yep.
And
he plays mean rubber guard.
Canuto's got a similar style to like. I don't know. He's good at pushing the pace. He's a top guy. Fucking exciting style. What was the last UFC Fight Pass? He got a fucking
like a crazy flying armbar. Yeah. I was gonna say his style is very like he's very mobile. He moves a lot. Yeah. He moves where Langacker is very like he gets like settled in and works from there. So that'll be interesting. Yeah,
that is gonna be interesting. It's kind of tough to say. I like Tommy a lot. He came in and trained at B-Team as well. We got some rounds and he's a cool guy.
I'll have to go with the other guys.
With who? Renato. Fuck, I don't know who wins this.
I just told you.
Man, it's tough to say. Tommy had a close match with fucking Rotolo. He fought at 1.
And then he also has got his most recent match. He got subbed by Andrew Tackett pretty quickly.
Jiu-Jitsu math doesn't.
Dude, I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense. You could lose to a white belt one weekend and then beat like they're just all over the place, man. It's like
it's retarded.
You really don't. It's really matchups and just who shows up that day. You know,
showing up, being on point. Fuck, man, this is tough to say. I'm gonna say Tommy. I don't know why, but I feel like Tommy's
he's a dog, dude.
When he shows up, he's on fucking point.
He's a dog. Doesn't he look like me a little bit?
Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Maybe that's why I like him.
That's why I picked him.
Next up, Majid Hage versus O'Flanagan. Owen O'Flanagan. These guys. I'm going to say Owen O'Flanagan. I mean, they're both chill guys. I think O'Flanagan wins. He is like...
Is he a leg locker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's a leg locker, but he is like... He looks like he could manhandle... He looks like when he latches onto a leg, you're not getting it fucking back.
Really?
He looks fucking yoked.
Really?
Yeah. It doesn't look like it, like in these.
I was
photos.
gonna say in the picture, he looks like an old man.
I was like
older
watching
man.
I was watching a story the other day, and he was like flexing. I was like,
"Whoa,
what the fuck! Holy shit!"
Breaks your screen.
Do
you think he's on stuff?
I think he's open about it. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's open about being on gear.
That's sick.
Yeah, super sick. Welcome to Jiu-Jitsu, guys.
Dude, that's how I would be. Honestly, if I heard stuff, I'd be like, yeah, I'm on the best stuff now.
Why fucking lie about it? It's fucking really just makes it weird when you're lying about it.
Yeah, when you're like sneaky.
Majid Hage is a very well-rounded grappler, I'd say, but I think O'Flanagan is just like he's just kind of a specialist.
Yeah.
And he's a dangerous fucking specialist. And so he had a really good run at last ADCC up until he met Giancarlo. He fought Wagner. Wagner, I believe, injured his foot, and he ended up beating Wagner. And then his foot was injured leading up to his match to fight Giancarlo Bononi. And then Giancarlo took advantage of that and ended up breaking his foot.
Did he medal? O'Flanagan? Wait, was O'Flanagan the one where like Giancarlo hits the corkscrew one?
Yep.
Yeah.
But his foot was already damaged
Yeah.
from fighting Wagner. But yes, still a great fucking run at ADCC. I'm not sure if he medaled or not, but regardless, very talented guy.
Yep.
I'm going with Flanagan on this one.
Same.
Next up.
What?
Nicky Ryan versus Andrew Tackett.
Damn.
Andrew Tackett. Dude, this is a fucking good one.
Bro, that is...
Fuck. I wonder what this guy's, what Tackett's...
Well, so apparently...
They only did the top 4
seeds. The top 4, and apparently I saw a video where they said Tackett was... For the long, so they did voting, like live voting for seeds, and for the longest time, Tackett was in the top 4, above Nicky Ryan and Joseph for a long time, and then the very end, Joseph and Nicky got like a little bit more points or something, and put them at 3 and 4. So Tackett was like supposed to be at 3 or 4 until like the last like 2 minutes of voting or something.
Damn.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a in my opinion,
that's crazy.
That's a bad draw.
What do you mean a bad draw?
Like Nicky's the 3 seed and you're pulling Andrew Tackett first round.
It is what it is. Look at the draw.
Yeah.
Look at the draw. Yeah, that's a crazy fucking match. Man, how do you think this goes?
I think the Tackett brothers, especially Andrew, they're both I think uncredited for how good they are. But
I credit them.
We credit them, but like the media. They don't,
guess so.
As much as other people.
I think they do, but I think what makes you say that? Just like their social media following and stuff?
No, like if you just look at all of Flow Grappling and other
like the rankings and shit.
Rankings and like just the hype they put behind wins. Like other people who are like the fan favorites or like new wave guys, they could beat a nobody and they're like, oh, like so and so wins, blah blah blah. They could beat. I've seen Tackett brothers beat some of the best guys in the world, and like they'll put clout on it during the moment, but the next day it's just like, all right, you know what I mean? It's just like I feel like they don't get quite enough credit as they should. Not saying they don't get credit, but as they should.
They're both very
good, very
good, very talented guys.
I'm gonna
it's tough. I think. I mean, we have to talk about the elephant in the room.
Oh boy,
Nicky Ryan is known for his gas tank not being very good, and Andrew Tackett is known for putting a fucking pace on people.
That's true.
Putting a pace on people that put on pace on other people. Think about that.
Damn.
Andrew Tackett put a pace on Andy Varela. Andy Varela puts a pace on other people.
Damn.
That's levels on levels.
That's true. Oh, Tackett subbed Andy.
Yeah. Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, Tackett's. I feel like especially Andrew Tackett.
Who Tackett beat in the finals?
Fire.
It wasn't Oliver Taza, was it? Was it Taza?
It might have been Taza in the finals and Andy in semis.
Andy was in the semis.
Yeah. It might have been Taza.
I don't think Taza was in the finals.
I don't fucking know.
Who did he beat?
No. Taza could. Was Taza in the finals?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I know he beat this guy in the semis. Andy. He beat Andy in the finals.
If he did have Taza in the final, I think he subbed whoever he had. He subbed him in the finals as well.
I believe so as well.
Like Tackett, Andrew looked really good at trials.
Yeah, fucking on fire. He's looked really good.
He's always on.
Like
even when he loses, he still like looks on.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, man, even he had fights with JoJo. JoJo knee barred him the first time they fought, and then he got JoJo back. I think he subbed him, but I think he's back. Yeah,
Tackett beat him in their most recent match, the Vegas Open.
Oh, they fought
last
Vegas
last ADCC. Yep.
Oh shit. Yeah, I mean they're fucking. This guy's always on point.
I think I'll put it this way to try not to be biased, because obviously one of those guys are our teammates. But even the Tackett brothers, we're close with them as well.
Absolutely.
The longer the match goes, the more it's in favor of Andrew Tackett.
Absolutely.
Within the first 5 minutes, Tackett's in a lot of danger. And then every minute it gets out of that 5 minutes, I think it could start to play in Tackett's favor. So it's like Nicky's like a sniper. In the first 5-6 minutes, it's like there's a good chance he can catch you with something.
For sure.
But out of those 6 minutes, you can start to wear down on him, and then possibly open up your own game later in the match.
Man, this is gonna be interesting. I mean, obviously, I'm rooting for Nicky Ryan.
Yeah. Nicky did just beat JT as well.
The fuck
subbed him.
Sub JT. Fuck yeah. The thing is, like, when Nicky Ryan locks something up, you're probably not getting out of it.
Yeah.
And he's really good at locking shit up. You know? Fuck, man. It's tough to say. I'm going to say Nicky Ryan. But, yeah, if it ends early, it's going to be Nicky Ryan.
Yep.
If it's fucking... The longer the match goes on, the longer Andrew Tackett is more likely to beat Nicky Ryan. Super excited for this fucking matchup. This is going to be a crazy tournament. That's everything as of right now.
That's going to be crazy, man. That's going to be and that's free on YouTube.
Yeah, free on the B-Team YouTube channel. Make sure you guys subscribe.
Dude.
And, have your fucking bell on or whatever. Have your notifications turned on so you can know when the live is up. We are interrupting the broadcast to announce our partnership with Saint Pasta Sauce. Today we're going to be going over the dog's favorite meal, right? Starts with some ground meat, preferably bison, grass-fed, 100%, as well as some spaghetti, right? Any pasta you want, but for today we're going with some classic spaghetti. And last but not least, the essential Saint Pasta sauce.
Why Saint Pasta, Jay? Why Saint Pasta?
I'll tell you why.
Let me hear it.
All right, so firstly, there's no added sugars or preservatives, and they're made fresh with California tomatoes. Secondly, their sauce is slow cooked for 3 hours. No other sauce does this in the business. Saint Pasta Sauce releases 1 batch per month, and they're always selling out. So make sure you guys subscribe to their email list so you guys can stay updated on the releases. If you guys want free shipping on your first order from Saint Pasta Sauce, make sure you guys use code Dawg House Pod. That is DAWGHOUSEPOD. Dawg House Pod for free shipping on your first order. Make sure you guys check them out.
I'm gonna hold it some, okay?
You have to put it all the way in.
Okay. Okay. Just breathe out if.
Mom, can you just do it?
I know I shouldn't curse in front of my mom, but cauliflower ear sucks. I use Caulibuds ear magnets. I really wish I would have had these magnets, but my ears were messed up. These keep my cauliflower ear at bay. They're the original and best quality cauliflower ear magnets on the market. Step 1, drain your ear. Step 2, pick your buds. Step 3, put them on your ear. Make the right decision. Invest in these Caulibuds so your ears don't look like chicken nuggets like mine. Check them out on Amazon or Caulibuds.com. Add ears. Train with your buds.
Juce Organics powders are certified USDA organic, 100% vegan, non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, and soy-free.
We have a wide range of products that are here to support your health needs. Our products are designed to boost energy, enhance endurance, and aid in muscle recovery. Packed with organic superfoods, Juice helps fuel your body with intense training and quick recovery.
Juice Sport Greens is an all-in-one greens supplement with 7 essential organic components, consisting of greens, antioxidants, protein, probiotics, mushrooms, and fiber to help promote a strong and healthy body. And don't forget to use code DAWG25 to get 25% off all of their products.
I think ADCC weigh-ins is the day before ADCC. CJI is during weigh-ins. So I'll be weighing in
while they're competing
during the competition. So it's fucked, dude.
Yeah, that shit up on your phone.
Yeah, pretty much. I can't really... That's frustrating. I think ADCC is having the weigh-ins a bit later in the day during the CGI competition, which was super weird, I feel like. But
You see Achilles Rocha just put into the 88 bracket.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking... The bracket has changed so much.
It has. It's been...
There's just more and more people that I don't know. It's just... I mean, I know...
You know Achilles.
I fought Achilles.
You fought Achilles?
Yeah.
When?
I think, like, right after I won ADCC trials. So it's been...
Okay, I was going to say, like, I remember...
I beat him 20 pounds ago.
20 pounds
when
ago.
we were the same weight.
Yeah.
Now he's gained... He's grown like a foot, and he's
super tall.
Super tall, super fucking athletic. I'll never forget. I like snapped him down, got to the front head situation. He's in like a quad pod, and I go shoot Badar, and he just, this was his defense. He stands up, and then goes like this, falls backwards. What the fuck did this guy just do? And it worked. He got out, and that was pretty much the entire match. Just us like throwing out submissions back and forth, and all of his defenses were just
like water.
Yeah, he's just going with the flow. Yeah, I mean, he's a scrappy kid. He's I guess he's a top guy. I guess his main attribute is just being scrappy. He's not really like
an expert like at one thing.
He's not like dirty like his dad, I guess. Like his dad will like fucking grab your fingers and like try to break your fingers and shit. Also, he was like, I think he kicked Lucas Barbosa in the face like twice.
There's one his like famous video. I'm a fan of Wagner. I kind of like, at least a fan of him on the mat, like his style and stuff. And the video of him Sparta kicking that dude like in the back, like off the stage, dude. It's like, damn.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I guess they're both at 88. He could fight his dad. No,
Wagner at 77.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa. What?
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, holy shit.
What the fuck is going on here?
He must not be on that Juice Discover. Last one he was. That dude was freaking veins popping out of veins.
Bro.
But now he's going 77. I think he went 77 so his son could have a open.
That's crazy.
Open spot at 88.
Yeah, Wagner's at 77. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, 77 looks very good, regardless of...
Still.
Yeah, still looks pretty good regardless
Who's top 3 guys in there?
All right, so let me see.
Wagner got a chance to medal again.
There's a few... All right, so Mika Gavo, Dante Leon, PJ Barch, Mateus Shisinski, Elijah Dorsey, Jeremy Skinner, Wagner Rocha, JT Torres, Davio Ramos, Janatis Gracie, Oliver Taza, Gary Tonin.
Janatis? The guy you faced?
Yeah.
Is that 77?
Yep. That's crazy, right?
Brother.
I mean, I am a 77 guy.
That's the way I went my first trials, dude. Fuck that.
I should be fighting at 77.
Yeah. Dude, Janatis, when you went against Janatis, and then I saw him in person against Hillbilly.
He's big.
That dude thick.
Yeah, he's thick, yeah.
Holy shit. He's making 169. What the fuck?
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, yeah.
God.
And yeah, I mean, he manhandled Hillbilly as well.
Yes.
It's crazy. Like, Hillbilly is strong as fuck.
That's what I've heard.
Strong as fuck.
I've heard.
And Gracie just
held him.
Just
held him.
You're not going anywhere, brother.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's crazy when when you guys watch that match, it's I guess not very like entertaining for the spectators, but I fought both of them, so I understand the significance. And for someone to control Hillbilly like that is fucking mind blowing.
Yeah.
Hillbilly is so absurdly strong
and high level. So you put those two together, it's hard to keep someone down like that,
dude.
Like,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Janatis he's looked good.
Yeah,
he's kind of like a little.
He's on a good run.
He's
right
an
now.
Underdog for that bracket.
I guess so.
I mean, if you look at like Mika, PJ Barch, Dante, they're all like the favorites, but it's like Janatis can sneak in there.
I guess he's a dark horse. few other names as well that I didn't mention because I don't know who they are. But aside from that, like, still 77 is still fucking stacked.
Yeah. Dude, those lower weights, 66 is by far
77 or 66 is untouched.
Dude, I think that is a heavy bracket.
Yeah, 66 is untouched. So
Heavy.
let's take a look at it while we're here.
Those lower weights will be heavy no matter what tournament you go to, man.
All right. Diego Reyes, Gabriel Souza, Diego Pato, Josh Cisneros, Owen Jones, Doran Olivares, Ethan Thomas, Gerbeg Ibragimov.
That's the guy that's in the room right now with us.
I see. Sounds like it's the guy that's going to be with us, yeah. Kennedy Maciel.
He's a dog.
Fabricio Andre. DeAndre Corbe, dog.
So far, every person you've named could all medal.
Yeah, fuck.
Like-
I don't even know how. Hiking Zoo.
Okay.
Zoo. Ethan Cressing, Cole Gabrielle, Keith Kikorian, and Ashley Williams.
Bro.
Yeah.
If you medal in that bracket,
Yeah, 66 is crazy this year. Like I
Bro.
said, I think it's the only bracket that is untouched due to fucking CGI
CGI, yeah.
fucking everything up. So yeah, it's gonna be fucking crazy. We'll be fighting at it's kind of weird how they're talking about the significance of ADCC fighting at like, oh, the athletes get to fight at the T-Mobile Arena, and then the day before there's an open that like children can compete in.
yeah, I
And it's
know.
like, well, like, what's the significance?
They make it
of
such a big deal, yeah.
It's like, oh, we paid $2 million for you guys to compete here. Well, what's the significance of it? If there's like 5-year-olds competing on the same mats as us.
Flight on, Brian.
It's fucking crazy. I'm not against it. Like, I'm also not against the fucking, you know, they gotta make money. You know, they're making money off the open and stuff, but they're using the spending that much money on the T-Mobile
For a whole
Arena
extra day
as like an excuse to like, oh, well, you guys aren't getting paid as much, so we can spend money on the T-Mobile Arena.
It's like,
so you guys can compete at the T-Mobile Arena, but it's
yeah.
like there's also like,
you're choosing to rent the
kids.
T-Mobile Arena for a whole extra day
yeah, that is
for
wild.
an open.
Yeah,
What about all that money that cost you to rent that for a day? What if that just went to
the athletes.
the professional athletes?
I need it.
No, that's a good point.
I'm very hungry. Very hungry. Speaking of food, I was gonna make you a treat, but I ate it.
You ate it.
Yeah, I ate it. So I told you about last episode we talked about guests being here. Christian and Amanda. Before they left, Christian knows a lot about like dieting and stuff and just fucking food.
Knows a lot about food.
Just knows a lot about food. And he was like, oh yeah, this is pretty much wrote out like what I should be eating every day and like proteins and fats just to maintain, not to gain. And he wrote it all out on paper. I was like, fuck, this is way more than I eat right now. But one of the things was 4 eggs and a half cup of cottage cheese. Like scramble it all up, make scrambled eggs, cook it just like scrambled eggs. And I was like, that doesn't sound good. I don't really like cheese on my omelets and whatnot or my scrambled eggs. And then I'm cooking it. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to swallow this. Like, this is
Really, you?
yeah.
That's
I don't know.
odd.
And
You
then,
try a lot. You eat a lot of different stuff.
And then I ate it. It was fucking amazing.
Really?
Yeah, I made it today. I was gonna leave you a little nibble, but I couldn't.
You had to eat it all.
I ate it
You ever
all.
had hot sauce in your eggs?
It's not. I guess not for breakfast.
Put some hot sauce on there.
Hot sauce is like
Put some hair in your chest.
hot sauce is like a masking thing almost. It's like when you're like tired of the meal, like bodybuilders have the same meal every day. Like, I guess I'll put some hot
Put some hot sauce on it.
some chili oil.
I put hot sauce on my eggs, and I put hot sauce in that power bowl. I was telling you that.
For breakfast?
Yeah.
Really? You have hot sauce?
I don't put hot sauce on my eggs. I've eaten hot sauce with my eggs before, but it's not something I do like every day.
Okay.
But I always put hot sauce in my power bowl, which is that like stuff I told you that that Teresa made. The eggs, sausage, spinach,
yes.
a quinoa, whatever the food is. Yeah, I put hot sauce in that. It's really good.
Fuck, what else is going on? We got
I had a big topic I wanted to go over today, but I don't know how far we've gotten into this. Oh, we have time.
we got time.
Okay. All right. So yeah, guys, that was the whole breakdown of the brackets, what we've
I don't
seen
think
so
it's
far.
everything. I don't think it's all.
I was gonna say it's coming out as we speak. There's like
Yeah.
updates. So maybe we'll get some more crazy matches pop up on the screen here soon of the brackets. But I wanted to get into the topic that you actually brought up.
I guess it is the entire bracket. That's
really?
That's everything. Yeah.
What?
Because it's 8 matches, 16 people, 8 matches.
They didn't give 8 matches for under 80, did they?
Yeah.
They did? Oh, okay. Who does JoJo have? Oh, Andy. Andy. Sorry.
This guy was paying attention.
Look at dance on me. Oh yeah, I wanted to get into the topic that you brought up to me last podcast. It was interesting. Was manifesting your goals by speaking them into existence versus not talking about your goals. There's very contradicting evidence to both on which one you should do. So I thought it was a very interesting topic to talk about because I was like, I never really, I guess I've had a slight thought about that concept before, but never really dug into it. Like, why do you hear so many different things about it?
Yeah, like drastic ends of each kind of argument. Yeah,
so I wanted to get your input on a lot of stuff and my own input and some stuff. But first, I wanted to read the negative side to the whole concept, speaking your goals into fruition, the negative side of that. And then we'll go over the other side and see why they're different. So it says right here, speaking your goals into existence. Telling people your goals releases a premature spike of dopamine, similar to that of one who's already achieved what they want. Since you feel like you've succeeded, your motivation to put in the hard work is dwindled away. Telling people your goals unintentionally deters you from achieving them.
This is something you wrote, or you're getting this from someone?
I searched up articles online.
Okay. And this is your conclusion, or this is from the article?
This is from the article.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't really spoke my mind yet. This is just kind of evidence to both sides. Mm-hmm. So that's what they say why speaking your goals into existence is bad. Now let's look at the positive side of why they say speaking your goals into existence is good. Which the more I read and the more I looked up articles, it starts to become very like fairy tale-ish.
How so?
So like the whole idea behind speaking your goals into existence, there is no like scientific proof that like this is why it works, but there's kind of scientific proof behind why it doesn't work because of the dopamine release and lack of motivation because you kind of already feel like you've achieved it, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But then to the contrary, the positive side of speaking into existence kind of comes down to just like superstition stuff where it's like the law of attraction. I think the law of, I don't know if the law of attraction is a real law. Some people say it is, some people say it's not. That's kind of also like opposite articles you can find on the internet.
Whether it's a real law or not?
Yeah.
I mean, law, like if you fucking
like,
don't do it, you die?
Like the law of gravity. The law of gravity is real because we can see it.
I see.
You measure it. Is a law of attraction something we can measure? Apparently, some articles say like, yes, you can measure like the frequency waves and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, the positive side to speaking your goals into existence, a lot of people say is like the law of attraction. Basically, the more you speak of something, the more you believe that basically the world or the earth will bring it closer toward you. So the more like, I'm going to get an A on this test. I'm going to get an A on this test. I'm going to get an A on this test. The more you say it, the more possibility it's going to happen, just because it's like two things will eventually come together if they're both looking for each other, kind of thing. And I was like, that's a little, it's kind of hard to base facts on something like that, you know? It says right here too, speaking things into existence is a way of manifesting your life goals and dreams. In other words, if you want to speak something into existence, you say your desire out loud and you let the universe do the rest. Writing down your goals.
Now, bull fucking shit.
Yeah, exactly. Writing down your goals, using positive affirmations, and visualizing your future are excellent ways to manifest.
Brother, there is no universe doing your work for you. That's fucking trash. You have to. All right, so yeah, this is making me fucking angry.
Hey, you're making my boogie angry. Stop it.
Talking about this reminds me of the one time when I fought Janata Alves. I don't talk shit, and I didn't talk shit in person or anything. But everyone around me, whenever you're competing, they're always like being positive, like, oh, you're gonna fuck this guy up, whatever. Mm-hmm. And when I fought Alves, this was the first time. It has nothing to do with specifically him, but I was like, I'm gonna fuck this guy up. I have no clue who he is. I don't care what he does. And I have this thought process for everyone, like not really looking into what they do or hyper focusing on what they do. Mm-hmm. It was just like, I'm fucking training hard. I'm working hard every day. I'm doing all the things I have to do, checking all these things off the list, and I'm believing in myself. Mm-hmm. And I'm like firmly like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck this guy up.
Yeah,
like bad.
Mm-hmm.
And after that match, I was like, wow, that went well. But that was the only time I've ever been like, yeah, I'm gonna win this.
And who is this against?
Alves, Janata Alves.
Janata Alves, the UFC Fight Pass.
UFC Fight Pass, yeah.
Okay.
That was the only time I've ever thought that way. Every other competition, it's always been like, yeah, I'm happy to be here. We'll see how it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, I'm fucking grateful to be here. We'll see how it goes. You know?
We'll see how it goes.
I'm fighting high level guys, you know. I don't know what to expect, you know. But it's like,
imagine getting interviewed like, Jay, we think about this match, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. But it's honestly, it's always been like that. That's always been like how I talked, you know.
I don't think it's a good or bad thing. What do you think it's a good or bad thing? Because there's been times you thought like that and also have won.
For sure. So I don't fucking know.
So yeah, it's like,
when I won trials,
what's the fucking answer?
I had my breakout performance. I had the best performance of my life. Won trials, and I was like, the whole time I was like, we'll see how this next match goes. Like,
hope I did as good. I hope I do as good as the next one I did the last one.
Yeah. It was pretty much just like that.
Yeah.
Every time I was like, sick. We got that match done. On to the next. We'll see how this one goes.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you have a 40-year-old Brazil or a 30-year-old Brazilian phenom next. And here is JayRod. We have no clue who JayRod is. All we know is he's Nicky Rod's little brother. It was pretty much every single match.
You see, like putting down your Dippin' Dots before you like step out in the mat. It's like.
It's pretty much, it was just like, yeah, that's just how it was. Like, that was my thought process. Just like, was like laid back. We'll fucking
okay, so is that,
like you said, I don't think it's good or bad.
Mm-hmm. But would you consider what you were doing? You weren't really manifesting, were you? You're kind of just doing nothing.
What do you mean? Oh yes, I wasn't doing anything.
Like your goal, it was to win trials, maybe a week before trials, right?
Of course, it was the goal.
Were you telling everyone, "I'm gonna win trials"? I'm gonna win trials.
No, they're telling me, and I'm like, yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. I kind of
No.
hate people do that.
To tell me I'm gonna win.
Yeah, who was it recently? I don't know. I was like, oh, my West Coast trials. Well, I was supposed to have Keith Kokorian first match, And I don't know if they're doing it just to be nice, but if you hear enough people say it, you're like, are they all trying to be nice?
Yeah.
Or is at least one person trying to tell me the truth? Like, Chris Wojcik came up to me and he's like, oh, you have keys? He's like, you can beat him. He's like, you should beat him. And I was like, well, I hope so. Like, I don't know. Like, he's pretty damn good. Like, you know what I mean?
The thing is, especially in a rule set like ADCC, you can beat anyone.
Yeah, but when someone then tells you like, oh, you can beat them, now I was like, okay, so if I don't, does that mean now like I'm not as good as you thought I was? You know what I mean? Like,
you just didn't play your cards right.
I guess.
You know?
Yeah.
Just didn't play your cards right. That's why jiu-jitsu math doesn't always fucking add up.
It doesn't, dude.
You know, people don't always fight like other people exactly the same style and shit, you know?
That's true.
I changed, like, strategically, I changed a lot from my match with Jonathan Gracie straight into Tynan. Like, I had massive changes. Maybe not, it didn't look like much to the spectators, but there was a lot of little things that I changed with Dima. And ultimately that helped me, like, perform very well. Like, I was very happy with that performance regardless of the outcome. But yeah, back to fucking speaking things into existence. You can speak these things into existence, but you don't just, I'm going to win trials and then sit on your couch and play fucking video games. Yes. I'm going to win $1 million next weekend and then fucking sit on your couch, play video games. You got to fucking put the work in. Yeah. You know, you still have to do the shit. That's, you know? And when you say it, you have to fucking believe it.
That's the thing.
You have to believe it. Cause it's like, when you got to tell me, oh, you're going to fuck this guy up. And I'm like, I guess so. That'd be cool. Yeah. As opposed to like, I am going to fuck this guy up. Yeah. So what do you think?
I think that's the key is people are like, well, this world is full of a lot of false confidence. So the conversation right now is what's better? Not talking about your goals, keep them to yourself, or talking about them, because there's evidence to both on why one wouldn't work, right? If you don't talk about them, then you're not doing the whole, you know, if you can say it out loud to the world, then you can do it, right? Like, and then this right here also says, telling people your goals, sharing your goals with others might provide a sense of accountability and social support that enhances your motivation. So it's like sometimes if you tell someone, I'm going to win trials, it's like, well, man, now if I don't win trials, I'm going to look like a fool. So you put in a lot of hard work to try to make sure that happens. You know what I mean? It's like, because I said it enough. But kind of like what you were saying just now, self-manifestation only works if you actually believe it. You know what I mean? And you can't actually believe it if you're not putting in the work. And only you know if you're putting in the work or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's backed by your work. You know, and this kind of leads into the whole fucking like believing in yourself and then it turning into delusion. Like, you can believe in yourself all you want when you're putting in the work, but it's pure delusion if you're believing in yourself the same exact way, but you're not putting in that work.
Yes,
it's very, very different.
Yeah, and people forget too. It's like speaking things into existence. It doesn't have to be speaking to other people. It can be speaking to yourself.
Yeah.
So if you tell yourself every day, I'm going to win trials, or I'm going to get that job, I'm going to start that business, I'm going to start my business. You can talk to yourself. You don't have to talk to other people. Mm-hmm. That could be a big difference. I like this quote right here I put down. A person's success in life can usually be measured by the number of uncomfortable conversations he or she is willing to have with themselves.
Say that again.
A person's success in life can usually be measured by the number of uncomfortable conversations he or she is willing to have with themselves. It's a great way to put it. It's like all this self-manifestation versus keeping it to yourself. Like, don't talk about it. Just grind behind closed doors and blah, blah, blah. It's like the most... Oh, another quote that kind of goes with that. I like this one too. Shit, hold on. It's a good one. I think this is going to be kind of like the key to this whole discussion here is basically being able to uncomfortably and comfortably talk to yourself, which is deemed as crazy these days, but I think it's kind of the secret here. It says right here, talk to yourself at least once a day. Otherwise, you may be missing a meeting with an excellent person in this world. I was like, damn, it's very true. People are so quick to like go to someone and ask for help, or they're so quick to tell someone else their goals, or they're so quick to go blah, blah, blah. It's like, have you ever stopped and told yourself your goals by yourself in a room and talked to yourself? You know what I mean? Have you ever asked yourself for help?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, figure it out yourself. Sit down and actually put some value into yourself and ask yourself the question. See if you can figure it out instead of always having to go to other people for confirmation or for attention. You know what I mean? So it's like the whole mixture of not telling people and speaking things into existence. You can find yourself right in the middle by not telling other people, but then manifest it and visualize it by saying it out loud to yourself. You can kind of get the best of both worlds.
Amen, brother.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of like a good middle ground to that discussion.
I agree.
Yeah.
Could you give an example of like talking to yourself?
No.
I've been trying to think of like,
Yeah.
okay, when is the time that I would need to talk to myself?
I actually do this. So in the mornings I get I go on a walk. Some mornings I'll get a cup of coffee down in the lobby, just depending on the day. I'll go on a walk, and one of my big goals in life is owning my own business, specifically jiu-jitsu, gym, wrestling, gym, all that stuff. That's what I love to do, and I want to make money. So I will walk in the mornings around a certain square, and I literally pretend like my parents.
How wide is the square?
It's like
3 foot by 3 foot. You just walk in.
No, that would be psychotic. I'm just literally just, all right, guys. So, yeah, it's like a good size, like a parking lot size.
Okay.
You know, and I literally walk, and I pretend my parents are walking with me, and I pretend I'm walking with my parents to my gym I have, and I talk to them as if they're there, and I'm literally having discussions to myself, like loud enough to where I can hear it, but not loud enough where other people can hear it. Maybe they could hear it.
You're pretty much one of the neighboring crackheads.
Yes. But I'm in the gate, not out the gate. I'm the code red. Like, oh shit, they've got in the gate. Call the cops.
Like, what the fuck? Then we got rid of them.
Yeah, I thought we got rid of them. Yeah, so I'll literally walk and I'll be like, yeah, like I'll pretend I'm talking to my mom or dad. I'm like, yeah, so like we made this amount this year. We had this amount of students like right now, and like I'm planning on doing like this team competition. And I'm literally just having a conversation with an invisible person, which I'm imagining to be my parents.
Interesting.
While I'm walking the square, I'm pretending like I'm walking to my gym. I do that at least 3 times a week.
Wow.
Yes, at least 3 times a week. And then if I have a competition coming up, I visualize and talk to it's less talking and more like movement before competition. Like before I went to Kazakhstan, I did a lot of pretending like I was walking out. Like just I'd start my bathroom and come out to my kitchen with my headphones in, playing music. And I tried to put myself visually in this situation where I think maybe I would be nervous. And I try and put myself there visually so often that when it does happen, I'm like, oh, I've seen this thousands of times before I've come here in my head. I do that a lot before competition. Whether I win or lose, I think it always helps.
Yeah.
It always helps. It never hurts me ever. So yeah, that's an example of how I visualize things and an example of how I talk to myself.
I feel like someone like Nicky Rod would, like if we had this conversation with Nicky Rod, he would call you crazy.
Call me crazy for talking to myself.
And then he would go do the same thing.
Yeah. You know what's funny too?
He would talk shit jokingly, but he would.
You'd have to try it. Like you have to try it.
Yeah.
Like
no, I surely he does stuff like this.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. He'll make fun of it, but he does the same thing. He won't tell you.
Yeah.
But I do this too. I've been told by a lot of people that I'm witty. I can come up with jokes quickly. I can carry conversation pretty smoothly, and it's nothing. No one has anything in life without practice. You have things because you practice it, right? And so I will literally next week, someone's coming to visit B-Team out of town, right? And I know them. They want to talk to me or whatever it may be. I will have fake conversations with this person.
Really?
In my car sometimes as I'm driving. Almost like pre-dialogued conversation.
You're speaking out loud or you're thinking it?
Out loud.
Really?
Yes. I speak out loud conversations that I think I'm going to have.
I do this, but I think about it, but I don't speak it out loud.
It's a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm really getting into character, I'll say it out loud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if it's just like quick little thoughts of like conversations I might have, it'll stay as thoughts.
As you're driving, do you like?
I talk, brother.
You're talking, and then is there a pause and you're waiting for their response?
Oh no!
Or is there?
No.
Like you change
How's
your
your day? Oh, good. Oh, no. I ain't that crazy, dude. No, it's always my side of the. It's always like my side.
Okay.
It's never like I never try and think of what they're going to say back.
Yeah.
It's always just stuff I'm going to say.
Interesting.
I do that a lot with. I'll even do it sometimes with like, I don't know, if I'm just going somewhere to meet someone, I'll kind of like think of I was like practice. I'm like always just practicing talking. And it helps tremendously. It helps tremendously.
I need to practice that.
Like you wonder why I have every time we go somewhere I have like a cool joke when we get there. You don't think I've thought of those before?
I thought you were just witty.
That's what everyone wants you to think. Everyone thinks like, oh, you're just witty, but it's weird. It doesn't always mean that I will.
The grind never stops.
I'm always practicing. I'm always practicing. I really am. I'm always practicing something. If it's not jiu-jitsu, it's mentality. If it's not mentality, it's religion. If it's not religion, then it's at least fucking be able to talk to people.
Yep.
Like I'm always trying to get better somewhere, that I think will benefit me. But sometimes I'll have a conversation with someone, even though I'm not going to go meet him that day. I'll kind of practice like, oh man, what if I meet with this guy today? What would we talk about? Blah, blah, blah. And I'll kind of have a little conversation with myself and it just sticks into my brain. And 2 weeks later, if I come across to that person, it's just like, oh, I was going to talk about this with you. I was talking about this. Yeah. It's like, oh, and then once you have a good start, the momentum builds and then you just start to become naturally witty because then the momentum builds off because you start off the conversation with this good dialogue and then kind of just builds into itself, right?
Yeah.
Which kind of what happens on the podcast every time, right? We start like, what are we going to talk about? Blah, blah, blah. And then it just like, and it just bang, 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 bang.
Snowballs.
Yeah, snowballs. You start popping out shit. So always practice, guys. If you want to be good at something, I don't care what people tell you. Nothing really comes naturally. You have to practice it. Practice it.
I never really practice, or definitely don't practice speaking to women, but I think like before I was in a relationship, whenever I would speak to women, it was always...
You wouldn't like dialogue conversations?
I wouldn't no, I wouldn't do that, but a lot of things came more fluidly because my testosterone is higher. At that point, it's like I haven't had sexual intercourse in how long? And I'm speaking to a woman, maximum brain function I'm giving this woman my fucking all 2 brain cells to speak to her. But I feel like my speaking was always more, maybe witty is the word.
Yeah. More
witty and like on point, like I don't know, just like knew what to say when it had to be said.
I'm glad you brought that up because I know someone's already going to put in the comments like, well, if everything's scripted, then it's not going to come off as natural, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. You could have these small scripted conversations with yourself and then you forget about them. And then when you start talking to someone, like subconsciously, you just pull from that bank and you don't even know you're doing it. So it comes off so naturally.
Yeah.
That's what really happens when you're in a match. When I'm in a wrestling match, it's like I feel something, boom, I go. It's because I've practiced it thousands of times, scripted.
Yeah.
That now when I do it, subconsciously it comes naturally, but really it's scripted.
Yeah.
Same thing with these conversations I have with myself. They're scripted until they're not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It becomes just muscle memory.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I gotta practice my speaking more.
Practice your speaking. Just go talk to Leo. Fuck, he's a good guy to talk to.
Fucking Leo. Dude, there was a hummingbird ran into the window, killed itself.
What?
Yeah.
Bro.
It's dead on the back porch.
It's funny you say that. I went to Kirby Lane Cafe over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Get some breakfast.
You see any fucking rainbow people?
No, but I saw 3 dead birds.
What?
All on the same sidewalk.
Like fallen from a nest?
No, it was no trees. It was buildings. And I was like...
Yeah, but sometimes like...
get blown away or something?
Like with the nest here. So like they'll have like 4 birds hatch right out front of our front.
Oh, no, these were full grown.
Oh.
Full grown
really?
birds. 3 of them. Damn. And I was like, this is a little weird.
Interesting.
Yes, and he just said... Bird ran to the window. I was like,
yeah.
"Are they killing themselves? Like, what's going on here?"
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, massive storm came by while we were at Kirby Lane, and the building started to flood because it was raining so hard. And there was a little festival going on outside of Kirby Lane. It's not the one we went to. It's a different one.
Okay.
And there's like tents outside, and it started blowing these tents just all down the road.
Wow.
Running into people's cars. Like the tents were like crashing into people's cars. Dude, it was crazy. I'm just like, holy shit. And what struck me so interesting was how just quickly people freak out, dude. It's rain, guys. It's rain. You're going to be okay. Oh, it's flooding. Unless you don't know how to swim, you're fine. Like, calm down. Dude. The wind started picking up and everyone's just like... Like people inside, like we were sitting outside under like a thing and stuff. People were inside, were just like, and then people outside, dude, they were freaking out, dude. They're just like getting up, like talking to the waitresses, like, is everything okay? I'm having a good old time, dude. I'm over here, like this is sick. Like, this is sick, dude. Water was like rushing like into the patio, like where it was like under your feet, and I'm just like,
it's water.
Water, dude. Never been in the fucking pool before? Like, people are freaking out, man. And when the tent started blowing, everyone's like, oh, shit. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
Just eat your food. Just eat your food.
Eat your wet waffle.
Yeah, eat your food. Fucking paid for it.
Oh, fuck.
I just find it so interesting how quick people, like, we're so used to, like, this NPC day-to-day schedule that when anything out of the norm happens, dude, everyone's just like, what the fuck? Like, dude, calm down. Oh,
fuck.
And like Teresa, the more she's been around me, the more she kind of becomes like me a little bit. But even she was like, she's like, how are we gonna walk to the car? I was like, with our feet. What do you mean? What do you mean? You start walking. You know what I mean? Like, it will be all right.
Yo, fucking A.
Yeah.
We got a angry war baby.
Uh-oh.
That's a war cry.
War cry.
He's hungry.
Battle has begun.
What's been going on? We have...
I
killed Radon.
Yeah, let's just not tell the biggest news until the very end.
Killed Radon. You know, it only took me 4 hours. That's pretty much it.
4 hours in that one setting.
I sat down and it took like 3 or 4 hours.
How do you think it took you? How long do you think it took you since your first try?
I never sat down for longer than like 45 minutes, I'd say.
It's always that day when you decide, like, you know,
like it was a Sunday. I was like, you know,
my ass ain't leaving this damn cushion until
this
they do
is
that.
it. This is it.
Yeah,
this guy is succumbing to.
Isn't that crazy how you kind of like
JayRod.
feel it?
You
kind of feel it a bit. You're like, you know, like this is going to be the day.
Those first few days, I was like playing with everything, playing with the weapons, playing with the shields, and I was like, got my armor down pat, got the weapon right. I was like, this motherfucker's gonna die today.
Your brain almost like tells you, it gives you signals of like, we've caught on to his pattern.
Dude, I was on to the patterns.
Yes, I'm saying.
And
your
there's
brain
only,
tells you, like, hey, today's the day.
throughout his entire moveset where he's hunting you down and giving you zero space to fucking breathe, there's only 2 openings. And I found those 2 openings.
Yeah, when you see it, you're just like,
there it is. Bro.
Gotcha.
I'll tell you, you walk in, traverse
Close
the
your
mist.
eyes. Visualize this.
Traverse the mist. Radon, consort of Mikola, starts flying towards you in a purple torpedo. Right before he hits the floor,
Why are you getting a boner? Open your eyes.
right before he hits the floor, roll to the right. As he hits the floor, you poke. As he starts to stand up, you slice and roll out of there. Create space, distance, call your mimic, and then
Roll, poke, slice.
roll, poke, slice, bounce.
Damn.
That's for the torpedo. And then the only other like legit opening that you're not going to take damage from is when he jumps super high up and does a forward roll and like downward spikes with the sword. And you can roll and poke. And then sometimes he does that 2 times back to back, roll, poke.
Dude, you need to make a shirt that says like Elden Ring on the back, and the front
poke.
that says roll and poke. Bro, that would make so much money.
Dude, with that sword, the great sword, the massive fucking sword that I was playing with, I did like 6 playthroughs with it, and I completed everything. And I felt like I had to beat him with that sword. So I got it done. But that's pretty much all you do. You roll, poke, slice, and then sometimes a jumping attack. So when I can from distance run, jump. That's like the hardest hitting one.
How much damage do you think you?
No special move.
No special move?
Nothing.
Yeah?
No nothing.
You are the special move, brother.
I am the special move.
You're the special move.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But the time you killed him, how much damage did you take? Like, was it like, were you popping heels the whole fucking time? So it came down
I
to
had 0 left.
Wait, nice. That's a barn burner.
left.
That's good.
Yeah.
It came down to like that's satisfying.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, one more hit. One more
I was
fucking
like,
hit.
I created distance, popped my last heel, and then he's attacking my mimic, and he's got he's 1 hit left, and I was like, my mimic is not doing this. I'm getting the last hit. I'm just running toward this motherfucker. I don't care if I get hit.
Your mimic's fighting. You're like, no.
And I got the hit.
Nice.
I got the hit.
Dude, that would have been funny.
Yeah,
Your mimic
yeah.
tier takes the glory.
Dude,
Like,
I would have had to redo the whole game.
Damn it.
Fucking A.
That's so true.
Game. Such a good game.
Yeah. There's a whole cutscene afterwards when you.
It's not that much.
Yeah,
It doesn't give that much.
dude. That's why it's good. When you beat the default game, it's just you sitting in a chair.
You get even less from this.
Really?
Dude, she says it's like her in some chair or off a chair, and the camera just panned towards her. She says like 2 things, and then that's it.
Nice.
I'm like, dude.
Give me chill bumps.
I was like, what? That was it? I was like looking around the map to find if there was more to it.
Yeah, what's going on?
That was it.
It just pans, and all you hear is, "Our Lord has fallen," and the credits roll. And you're just like, yeah.
There was nothing. It was just that cutscene, and then I, like I said, looked around. I'm
That's
like,
so tough. That is so tough.
I had to go on YouTube to make sure because
That's so tough, dude. I love that shit. You just beat one of the hardest games in the world, most hardest boss in the world, and the game's like, good job.
Yep.
That's tough. That's tough, dude. What a fucking legendary gaming developing company.
Yeah.
From what is it?
FromSoft.
God, dude, that's so sick.
Yeah.
I like that. It's like I kind of visualize the same thing being like when you finally win ADCC or something. You're just like, you win. It's just like, good job. You know what I mean? Like
That's it.
That's it.
You gotta enjoy the journey, dog.
That's it. Yeah, it's the journey.
Yeah.
The game is sending you a secret message. It's like, no, there is no cutscene at the end. There are no fucking credits.
You've been enjoying it.
You've been playing the cutscene the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Damn, that's sick.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
Speaking of ADCC, I wanted to mention my patches for ADCC.
Oh, you got them all settled.
I have 3 patches. Yeah, I have 3 patches on my ADCC kit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited to wear this kit as well. It's
Is it a new kit or what?
it's special request.
A little something, something. All right.
You guys will just have to see come ADCC. But patches, yeah, I have Ath, which is a supplement company,
Nice.
and then I have Caulibuds,
Nice.
the dogs.
Nice.
Caulibuds. If you guys don't know, Caulibuds drain your fucking cauliflower ear. Put their magnets on your ear.
They'll get you right.
The fluid doesn't continue building up in your ears. And you're good to go. That's Caulibuds. And then last but not least, this is the one I'm most excited about. SVC Off-Road. Do you know this company?
I don't, but it sounds like something you'd like.
SVC Off-Road. Shout out these people. So I don't know if I mentioned it. I've definitely told you a little bit about it before. I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast, but essentially, like the day after I bought my Ford Raptor, I was like, man, I wonder how much a front bumper would cost.
Okay, yeah. So it's that company.
Yes. So these guys are sending me, they're not paying me anything, but they're sending me a front bumper and a rear bumper for my Ford fucking Raptor.
Nice.
I'm very excited about this. They sell a lot of aftermarket parts, especially for pretty much for like Baja or like trophy trucks. So it's like long travel suspension, all the control arms, whatnot, fucking everything, all the performance parts you could think of. They have it, especially for all the generation Raptors. I have a Gen 2 Raptor, so I got a front bumper and a rear bumper. I was going to get a different bumper, but it's pretty much like same style, but it's like a full commitment to a trophy truck, which is like I would have to cut the frame. And I was like, it's technically not even my truck. I probably shouldn't cut the frame. So instead I got just a bolt-on front bumper, which is still fucking sick. Very excited to be partnering with them. I'm going to do some advertising and stuff on social media for them, as well as Caulibuds and AF, or ATH. But
your advertising should just be a video before ADCCs of you just like jumping a dirt jump at the truck and just growling the shit out of your front bumper like into the ground.
Dude, a lot of people fuck their trucks up, their Raptors up, because they're like I'm aware of the capabilities of the truck. I'm also aware of the limits of the truck.
Yeah.
You know, it is a mid-travel truck, so it's like they have like a standard truck, then they have mid-travel, and then they have long travel, which is like a full-blown fucking like toy. Like it's not even like, some of them can be street legal, but it's like it's a fucking toy. It's like like a dirt. You treat it like a dirt bike.
Yeah.
These things long travel like maybe like 30 inches of travel. I think my truck has 9 inches of travel.
9 inches?
9 inches of travel. So in the suspension, I can travel up and down 9 inches.
Oh.
These things, I believe they have around 30 inches, like give or take. So long travel. If you turn, like if you're driving on the road and you just turn, the truck is like going with it. Like the suspension's so like,
damn,
it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, full-blown toy. So if you guys ever need any sort of, if you guys have trucks and you're into that type of shit, check out SVC Off-Road.
That's sick.
Obviously very excited, like I said, to be getting
the goodies.
Yeah. Is that all?
I wanted to bring up one quick thing.
Bring it up.
Have you been journaling at all?
I do my 5 daily, but I don't journal.
You still do your 5 daily?
Do you?
5 daily of
3 things to appreciate, 2 things to work on.
Yeah. I do that, and because I saw your book in your room, that's why I asked. So yeah, that's all I wanted to ask. I just wanted to ask.
Well, what do? You do 5 daily?
I do the grateful things and things to improve on. But what was it? Last week at some point in the morning, I went into I have a travel journal where I go and I write.
You were telling me to buy a journal.
Yeah.
Like a book.
For your travel. Yeah. So I just wrote about. See, this is the thing. When y'all guys, when you do stuff like this, you don't want things that you do for fun or for self-improvement. You don't want it to feel like or it become a chore almost, right? It doesn't want to be a chore. So when I told myself I'm going to write in this book of my travels, I don't want to make it feel like I have to do it. Right? Like, oh, I haven't done it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's when it comes, it comes. You know, one morning I woke up and I was like, I'm going to write about the Florida Keys trip. That was the next one. That was the next one on the list. I've been caught up into the Florida Keys. So I was like, I'll do it this morning. So I did like 2 full pages.
Oh, wow.
Of just what I did, what I liked about it, stuff I'm going to remember from it. It was everything. And then I stopped. And I flipped the next page and I said, Hawaii, summer 2024. And I put the title and I wrote the first line and I stopped. I said, I'm going to write about this a different day. I'm not going to do it right now. And the first line was, where do I even start? And I just left it there. And I was like, all right, I'll pick this back up when I feel like it. Sick. You know? So that's the most journaling I've done.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta go to the dollar store, get a little book then.
Yeah, a little book.
I'm into that type of shit. I like
yeah, I think it's
like
good.
Taking time writing shit down.
It's good.
Also, I wouldn't be opposed to like sometimes when you're traveling, especially for like competitions and stuff, there can be some downtime because like especially when you're competing, like there's a lot of time spent just like we trained, got our food, this, that, we're gonna go, did all our media stuff. Let's chill.
Yeah.
So we just chill in the fucking hotel room, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also like some downtime that, kind of an opening to write shit down.
It's downtime, and no matter how long you do it for, how much you do it, you always have to look at the silver lining in everything. After I did my little Florida Keys writing, took me like 30 minutes, something like that. And someone was like, oh, you do that like twice a month. Or you do it like twice or once or twice every 2 or 3 months. And that's 30 minutes I could have been on my phone and I wasn't. 1 inch at a time, brother.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
Amen.
Let's go.
Amen. Yeah, I would like to. We always talk about being like spending less time on the phone and shit.
That's my biggest weakness right now in my life, by far.
It's just it's too easy to like for it to be a distraction when it should be a tool.
It's too easy. That's the problem. It's too easy. It's too easy just to boop like that. I've gotten back to where I found my limitation. I was reading the Bible like 10, 15 pages every other day. And it was kind of too much for me. It was like, it's just hard to read, it's hard to read. And I don't know if any of y'all have tried reading the Bible. There's a lot of words on one page, very small font. So 10 pages is like probably 30 of any other book.
Yeah, that would take me 2 hours.
Yeah. So I got to the point where I stopped reading it for a little bit. I kind of put the bookmark in it and hadn't picked it up in a while. I was collecting dust. And I was like, fuck. I was walking by my TV yesterday and I just looked over at it. And the fact that I saw a little bit of dust on it pissed me off. I was like, fuck, to see dust on the Bible next to a PlayStation that also had dust on it. That kind of bothered me a little bit. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I picked it up and I was like, all right, 1 page a day. That's all I got to do. 1 page a day.
That's good.
And I've been able to stick to that.
It's
easy, but it's progress. You know what I mean? So I'll just been doing 1 page a day. And sometimes the story in the Bible or the lesson is teaching is a little interesting. So I do 2 or 3 or 4 until I finish it. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to find your own pace in things. Yeah. It can't be, well, how many does that guy read? Oh, okay, I have to do 30. At least in the subtle things in life. And the things that call for more competitive like mindset, then you do have to be more so like that.
I guess.
But even
sometimes,
even then, you find sometimes finding your own pace, you'll make it farther than that other person than if you try moving at third pace from the start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
like a lot of times, even with you mentioned like with more competitive like type of stuff with jiu-jitsu, it's like so many people, like a lot of people spend so much more time on the mats than me. And when I was even now still, like I'll spend like 2 or 3 hours on the mats. That's it. Like I get one good session in, especially when you're in camp. Like I'm not spending a lot of time on the mats.
Yeah.
High fucking intensity, low volume.
Yep.
But like when I was first starting jiu-jitsu, people are like, oh yeah, you're getting so good. How much time you spend on the mat? And I'm like, same shit, like 2 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, what? I spend fucking 6 hours on the mat every day. And I'm like, well, what are you doing with those 6 hours? Because I'm way better than you.
Yeah.
I'm way better than. Oh well, you're athletic. What are you doing with your time on the mats?
You ain't wrong, brother. I am athletic.
I am athletic, and I'm gifted, and I'm forever grateful. I also work fucking hard for this shit. What are you doing on the mats? Because when I'm on the mats, I think very hard. It may not look like I think hard, but I'm fucking. It's fucking every day. It's
clicking.
Never ending fucking chipping away at this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, well, you know, showing up is good enough. No. If you want to be the best in the world, showing up is not good enough. You have to show up and put the fucking work in every single day.
Yeah.
Not just, I showed up. No, fuck that shit.
Well, even the people who are like, I'm doing, 2 sessions a day, 3 sessions a day. Okay, here's a little conversation here. One, I hate the people who are trying to, like, a guy on the come up or the guy on the regular who's just a hobbyist. Or like, oh, Gordon says he trains 2-3 times a day, so that's what I have to do. Okay.
Bro.
One, Gordon's on Trimbalone. If you try to do that for fucking 5 years straight, you're toast.
Bro.
You're toast.
You will ruin your body.
Yeah, it's just like, guys, stop trying to be
something you're not.
Yes, you're not on these crazy performance enhancement drugs. And if you're one of those people, you have to find your own pace, for one. Yeah. 2, like you just said, you can be there 1,000 times physically, but only half the time mentally. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, that's another huge factor. Yeah. And I saw this one post from the CrossFit guy that came here and did a little workout. Yeah. He's like,
dude, you should have did that workout with us.
God, when I saw it, I was a little jealous. Yeah. I was like, oh, damn, I wish I would have done that. But he posted something that was like very interesting. It contradicted a lot what people say, but I just love thinking, dude. I like seeing stuff that's contradicting, and then I decide for myself if I like it or not. You know what I mean? I like digging into it. So I saw it, and I was like, let me think about this. He was like, have you ever noticed that the fastest and best you get at something is when you first start? You see the most progress when you first start something, right? When you start lifting, you see exactly. Why is that? And it's like, I had to find the exact quote, but basically it was advocating stepping away from your profession in small increments, which is very contradicting. He was like, for you to get better, there's got to be times where you don't participate in the thing you're trying to get better in. And I was like, what the fuck is this dude saying? He's obviously, he knows something I don't. Like, dude,
he's the best at being fit.
Yeah. And so he's like, if you lift, when you first start lifting, you see crazy changes, and then you kind of plateau and you don't see any changes, and you're just like, so then because you don't see changes, you just start banging away at the same thing you do every day. You're banging away at it, and you're no longer being creative or thinking. You're just trying to just, you know what I mean? Step away, chill out, figure out what you need to get better at, figure blah, 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 and then you dive back in. So this third thing I want to talk about with jiu-jitsu or anything you're doing is there has to be moderation in everything you do. Meaning, I've talked about this before in the podcast slightly, of there's been times where like I get so caught up in like go to practice every day, blah, 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 that it's very easy to
pass his guard like this.
Yes. It's very easy to start overthinking progress, where progress just has to happen. You know what I mean? By doing the right things. But then if you try and force progress, it kind of does the opposite effect. So if you're constantly in the room like, I need to get better at this, and then the next day you do so many sessions that you're trying to juggle 20 different moves at once. You're trying to get better at taking the back, leg locks, passing guard all in the same week. It starts to become you're overthinking everything that you're not making progress in anything, right? It's like focus on one thing, get better at it. I don't need to go, oh, I need to get better at my back take, leg locks, and passing, so I need to go to practice 3 times a day this week. You know what I mean? It's like, no. Take it at the pace it needs to be taken.
Yep.
Don't start overthinking and crowding your progress, right? And sometimes, like the CrossFit guy said, sometimes you got to take a step back. Maybe you got to take a day or two off. I mean, there's some world-class athletes, dude. They a month before the biggest comp in the world, they'll take a week vacation. Come back and win the whole damn event. Everyone's like, what the hell? Yep. Like, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes...
We know those people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it's like sometimes you got to, whether steroids is helping or not, there are athletes, they're going against other athletes who are on steroids too. So, you know, it's weird to see that formula. Like some people can just like take a break and it works very well for them. You know what I mean? It's like moderation. Like,
it reminds me of the time I broke my collarbone. And I was off the mats for like 3 or 4 months and obviously couldn't train at all. But when I get back, everyone's like, dude, you haven't like missed a beat. Yeah. You haven't like, you're fucking just as good or if not better than what you were before. Yeah. And it I feel like around that time I was almost like plateauing a bit. Like it was just after ADCC, not too much going on. It's just like, no, just a little plateau. Yeah. And then I took time. I never missed a day of. Yeah, you're always there watching. I was always there. I was always there like this. Yeah. My fucking.
Go around belly, cupcakes.
Yeah, yep. But, I was always there. But you just see things differently. Yes. You know, you take a step backwards. You go, fuck it. Well, maybe when I get here, I don't have to body leg pass. Maybe I could high step.
And all the stuff that you've been just overloading into your brain kind of has time to sit there and process. It
mellow out.
Yeah, it mellows out and it kind of seeps in. Yep. To where if you're always overloading your brain, there's never really time for you to sit back and like process and let it sink in. It's always something new being thrown every week. Yep. To where when you sit back for a little bit, everything kind of sinks in and you come back and it's almost like you're hitting stuff naturally. You're just like, huh, like it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah. Sometimes when you do too much, it's like it's just clunky. Mm-hmm. Just clunky. Not
because you're trying to like.
Is you're thinking about too much.
Yeah, you're thinking about it too much. Exactly.
Just be, dog.
Just do it.
Just be.
Just be. That's called entering the void, by the way. Yes. I'm still trying to conquer.
Number 5?
That's number 5. That's book 5.
Book 5.
Book 5. Enter the void. What Beautiful. A sick term.
Beautiful. Yeah, I guess that's all.
That's it.
That's all for today, folks.
That's all we got. Nothing crazy.
Thank you all. Thank you all for joining. If you guys would like to support us, please support the sponsors that support this very podcast. We would not be up and running right now if it weren't for these guys, literally. So please support Caulibuds, as mentioned before. St. Pasta sauce, best sauce in the game. They have a they release their sauce in batches, small batches. So their stuff is always selling out. Make sure you guys subscribe to their email list or sign up for their email list so you guys can keep up to date with their releasing, as well as Juce Organics. All the supplements you need, they got them, and make sure you guys check them out. Yeah.
Did he script that conversation before this podcast?
Hey.
Do you think he was talking to himself? Guys, put that in the comment. Put down in the comments you think he's talking to himself before this.
Bye-bye, guys. We'll see ya.